You've got nothing on your feet. Very good. And as you look at your feet there and look at what you're standing on, what kind of ground is it, if you could know?
It's grass.
It's grass. So are you outside?
Yes.
What kind of day is it? Is it day or night?
It's day.
It's daytime. And take a look at this day. Is it a cloudy day, a sunny day?
It's summer.
It's summer. And as you look down at your feet on this grass, I want you to connect with those feet and that body and tell me, do you feel that you're male or female?
Female.
You're female. Yeah. And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead you're going to give me a number, and that number is going to be your age. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. How old are you?
8.
You're 8. If you're 8 years old, you'll know your name. What do people call you in that life?
Little bird.
Little bird. Well, good morning, little bird. Thank you for coming and working with me today. Little bird, I want you to look around this landscape, and if you knew, what country are you in?
It's America.
It's America. And as you look around your landscape now, you tell me that you're on some grass. And as you look around the terrain, describe to me, tell me more, what do you see around you?
It's a clearing in forest.
It's a clearing in the forest.
There's wildflowers.
Wildflowers.
And in the distance there are mountains.
And mountains. Very good. So whereabouts in America is this? Is it the north, the south, the east or the west?
North.
It's in the north. And I want to know what year in North America you had that life. So I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I do you'll see some numbers, and that will be the year that you lived there. 3, 2, 1. What year is it?
1504.
1504. Very good. So little bird, I want you to connect with the energy around you and tell me, do you sense that you're on your own, or are there others around you?
My siblings are with me.
Who's with you?
My siblings.
Your siblings? Describe them to me. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 3 brothers.
3 brothers. How old are they?
12, 14 and 16.
Let's start with that 16-year-old. What do you call that 16-year-old brother in that life?
Brown bear.
Brown bear. And the 14-year-old brother?
Eagle feather.
Eagle feather. And the little 12-year-old? What's his name?
Running water.
Running water. So let's start with Brown Bear. I want you to be in front of Brown Bear now so that you can connect with his energy. And I want you to look into his eyes, because the eyes are the windows to the soul, and as you look into those eyes you can go even deeper and deeper, right to connect to the soul. So you'll know whether Brown Bear has been in your life today, because he'll resemble somebody. Who does he look like, if anybody?
My sister.
Is your sister today. And I want you to do the same to Eagle Feather. Step now in front of Eagle Feather, put your hand on their shoulder, connect with their eyes and go right deep into their soul. Are they working with you today?
My friend Becky.
And now look at Running Water there, that 12-year-old little brother of yours. Connect with those eyes and go down deep into that soul. Is he around you today?
My father.
He's your father. Very good. So little bird, what I'd like you to do now is, I'd like you to take me to your home, to the place where you live. So as you follow the sound and the vibration of your home, just go drifting, floating forwards to your home. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to be there. 3, drifting, floating, 2 and 1. Describe to me, little bird, where do you live?
In a teepee.
You live in a teepee. So, do you have parents, little bird?
Yes.
Let's go into that teepee and find those parents now. And as you see your mother and father in front of you, I first of all want you to connect with your mother, and I want you to stand in front of your mother and hold her hand and look into her eyes so that you can connect her energy. Tell me, how do you feel about your mother? What's the feeling that you get from her?
She's very kind.
And as you look into her eyes, you'll know whether she's been working with you today in this life. Who is she? Where is she?
She's not here.
She's not here. And what about your father? What do you call your father in that life?
A white eagle.
White eagle. I want you to go towards White Eagle now and connect with his energy. Describe to me, if you could, express the emotion and whether his strengths or weaknesses. What is your father like towards you?
He's kind as well.
Kind. And as you connect with his energy and look into his eyes and go deep into that soul, does he remind you of anybody?
He isn't here today.
Not here today. So what I want you now to do, little bird, is, now that we've got all the information of that scene, I want you to close that scene just like you were flicking the switch of a remote control. And I want you to allow your mind to drift and wander and go forward in the same timeline, in the same life, when something important is happening, or whether you choose to go to a different life. So closing that scene now, just feel yourself drifting, floating forward to another significant time when something is happening. I'm going to count now from 3 to 1 and you'll be there. So when you're ready, 3, drifting, floating towards that time now. 2 and 1. Be there now. How old are you now?
I'm 17.
You're 17. Are you still at the same place, little bird?
No.
Describe this place to me. Where are you?
You're in the mountains.
You're in the mountains. So connect with the mountains and the people there and tell me, what are you doing in the mountains?
We've moved to a different tribe.
To a different tribe? So have you joined forces with another tribe?
I've married into that.
You're married? So tell me the name of your husband.
Grey wolf.
Grey Wolf. How do you feel about Grey Wolf? Is it a good match?
Yes.
I want you to connect with Grey Wolf now. And as you're looking at him, describe him to me. Is he tall? Is he short?
He's tall.
He's tall. And tell me the colour of his eyes. What do his eyes look like?
They're brown.
They're brown. Connect with those eyes now. Connect with those eyes and connect with that soul and tell me, is Grey Wolf in her life today?
No, he's my guide.
He's your guide. Very good. So now that you've brought me to this scene, little bird, to this tribe in the mountains, tell me more. Does your tribe join the other tribe? So you have a big tribe, or do you separate?
It was just just me.
Oh, it was just to hand over,
Yeah.
to connect.
I live with them now.
So you live with them. And tell me, what's your feeling of emotion right at this moment in time? Are you happy about that?
I love my husband, but I miss my family.
You love your husband,
But I miss my family.
but you're what?
I miss my family.
You miss your family. So what I'd like you to do now is, I want you to go forward in that life and tell me, do you have any children in that life, little bird?
Yes.
Describe them to me.
2 babies.
And these babies, what did you call them?
White flower
And
and rain cloud.
rain cloud. So tell me about white flower. Is white flower male or female?
Male.
And what's his energy like?
Lively.
Lively. Does he remind you of anybody today?
No.
And what about rain cloud? Are they male or female?
Female.
Female. And what's the energy of that soul there?
Calm.
Calm. And as you connect with the eyes being the windows to the soul, to rain cloud, have they been working with you in this life?
My mother.
It's your mother. Very good. So you've got a lot of people that you've worked with previously in previous lives. Very good. Now what I want you to do, little bird, is I want you to close that scene and I want you to take me to the last day of your life. So now what I'd like you to do is just close that scene like you're flicking the switch of a remote control. And just go drifting and floating forward, drifting and floating through time and space to the last day of that life, so that we can evaluate that life and see just what it is that you came down with your contract to do. So when you're ready, close that scene now and just go drifting and floating forward, travelling through time and space, all the way to the last day of that life. 3, 2 and 1. Be there now. How old are you there, little bird?
52.
52. Are you dying of old age or are you ill?
Old age.
Old age. And do you sense that there are others around you?
Yes.
Comforting you at this time? Well, what I'd like you to do now is, I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in. And I want you to step your soul away and out of that body and just raise yourself about 3 foot above the body so that we can look down on this body now and begin to evaluate the contract that you had. So as you look down at the body, knowing that you are a soul essence now, tell me, how do you feel now you're out of the body?
It was a good life.
It was a good life? So what was the contract that you had?
To give wisdom.
To give wisdom. And did you achieve that?
Yes.
Very good. So now we can travel forward. And what we want to do now is we want to travel to the place that you go next after you've had a life. This could be to somewhere or a soul group. And I want you to look around at this moment and just see if there's anyone or anything that's come to collect you to take you back to spirit. Or you can describe to me how you travel there. So do you see anything?
An angel.
An angel? Describe this angel to me. Do they have a colour?
He's a white light.
He's a white light, so it's male. Allow that angel to come forward. and get so close to you that you can feel the energy of that angel. And now what I want you to do is, I want you to step into the energy of that angel so that you can feel that energy, and describe to me the sensation that you're feeling right now.
Like a cold pins and needles.
Cold pins and needles.
Love.
And love. And as you connect with that angel that's come to collect you, you can telepathically communicate now at this level. I want you to communicate with that angel and tell me what is the message that that angel gives you.
You are loved and you are worthy.
You're loved and you're worthy. Thank you very much. So now what I'd like to do is, I'd like you to travel with this angel to the next place where you go. This could be your soul group, or it could be somewhere completely different. So what I want you to do is just feel yourself lifting up now, going higher and higher, lifting higher and higher with that angel. That's right. Keep going up and up and up, higher and higher, away from that life now. Shedding all those thoughts and those memories as you go higher and higher. And I'd like you to be able to direct me to your soul group. So as you make your way there with your angel, just feel yourself getting closer and closer until you can feel yourself there now. Describe to me whereabouts you are.
In a blue room.
You're in a blue moon. Are you inside this moon?
Yes.
So tell me more about this blue moon. Is this the place that you always go to?